attack. He calls Roof a loner who advocated for segregation and spoke openly of his hatred of black people.
He said that he thought that the black in general as a race was bringing down the white race. He wanted to make something spark up the race war again.
Police say that among those who ultimately helped identify Roof in surveillance photos after Wednesday's shooting, his own father and uncle. That same uncle telling ABC News he would push the button himself if his nephew, who this morning is behind bars in a South Carolina jail, receives the death penalty. For Good Morning America, Cecilia Vega, ABC News, Charleston.
Such a puzzling picture of the alleged shooter. Cecilia, thank you. And there are fresh developments this morning in the massive manhunt for those convicted killers who escaped from a maximum security prison in upstate New York. Prison officials taking action against another employee and brand new leads on where they may be and how they may be traveling. ABC's Lindsay Janis is at the prison with more. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Paula. For the first time, police sharing specific details about two possible sightings. Those sightings of Richard, Matt, and David Sweat happening a roughly 6-hour drive away from here, the prison where they escaped exactly 2 weeks ago. Overnight, major developments in the manhunt for two prison escapees. Police confirming reports of possible sightings of the convicted killers along the New York-Pennsylvania border, 380 miles from the Clinton Correctional Facility they broke out of 14 days ago.
We will go wherever we are needed.
The first possible sighting occurring on June 13th near a rail yard in Irwin, New York. Then a day later, reports of two men walking near Route 115, about 17 miles away in Lindley, approaching the Pennsylvania border. Police confirming the reports fit the description of Richard Matt and David Sweat.
I can assure everybody here and everyone who's listening or reading these reports that every lead is being followed up on to its conclusion.
Overnight, investigators also confirming they're scouring surveillance video, possibly showing the two men in nearby Corning, New York. Authorities asking residents in the area to be on alert. And this morning, prison officials say a second corrections officer has been placed on leave in connection with the ongoing investigation into the escape. The first, Joyce Mitchell, arrested last week for allegedly providing Matt and Sweat with tools they used in their breakout. The name of that officer placed on leave not yet released. There are also reports that police are investigating additional corrections officers that may have played some sort of role in the escape. Dan?
Big lingering questions remain. Of course, Lindsay, thank you for your reporting this morning. We are also following a big severe weather story this morning. 46 million Americans in the bullseye this weekend as the stubbornly persistent, slow-moving remnants of Tropical Storm Bill bring possible flooding from Indiana to New York. Some towns are being evacuated, others bracing for severe storms. And Rob is tracking it all. Rob, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. You're right that it is stubborn. This thing is held together remarkably well. You can see the center of the circulation rolling up the Ohio River. A lot of flooding with this and severe weather. This is one of two systems pounding the U.S. last night.
Overnight, the skies jammed with severe storms. A new weather system pummeling Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas, serving up heavy rainfall, hard-hitting hail, some the size of golf balls, forcing drivers off the road. And more floodwaters and remnants of Tropical Storm Bill still wreaking havoc, uprooting trees, dropping tornadoes. Flood watches issued across 11 states, from Illinois to New York. Rivers in Texas and Oklahoma remain flooded, still near record highs. In Ohio, this river swelling over its banks. And in Illinois, 5 reports of tornado damage. One twister ripping off the roof of this Illinois home. Widespread flooding across the state, washing away roads and turning parking lots into lakes. In the south, fallen trees trampling homes and crushing cars in Tennessee.
It's bad. It's worse than what I expected.
And in Florida, 3 funnels caught in the same shot. Severe thunderstorms in that state taking the life of an 81-year-old man who was struck by lightning.
Just out for his daily walk and apparently seen the thunderstorm coming and was headed home.
We are going to see more lightning today, but I think flooding is going to be the main issue because Bill, what's left of it, has a lot of moisture with it. So up the Ohio River, this is where you're seeing your flood watches all the way into the New York metropolitan area. We'll see those rains, I think, later on tonight. How much rain do you think? 2 to 4 inches back from Charleston, I think Lexington, Kentucky, getting just north of D.C. Tremendous amount of rainfall with this. There is a severe weather component to this, Paula. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Rob. And we're also tracking another major weather story this morning. Out of control wildfires out west. It is hot and dry, which of course is the perfect recipe for fire. More than a dozen are blazing right now, the biggest in the San Bernardino National Forest in Southern California. And there's also trouble in Alaska. ABC's Kena Whitworth has more.
5 western states up in flames. The nearly 59,000 acres burning is being tracked by NASA. Families have watched 37 homes burn in Alaska.
Leave the line, Jay. Let's get out of here.
National Guard Blackhawks, the only thing able to reach some of the 6 fires burning in the wilderness of the last frontier. The governor declaring a state disaster. The lake fire in California's San Bernardino National Forest scorching 13,000 acres.
More than 20 hotshot crews are now battling this fire, some deep in the wilderness, others working on a controlled burn. You can see all the spot fires they've set to help eat up that fuel before it reaches the road.
That road held and kept the city of Big Bear safe. But with containment levels at just 10%, more crews are being added. This is just one of several fires burning in drought-stricken California. Smoke seen hovering south over San Diego as well. Firefights this early in the season is concerning for troops. The days are long and hot and far from over. But the people they are protecting are more than thankful.
They're all up here working hard, and we really do appreciate it. Without them, we wouldn't have any of the forests left.
For Good Morning America, Kena Whitworth, ABC News, Big Bear, California.
Our thanks to Kena. A lot of other news breaking overnight. And for that, as always, we turn it over to Ron, who's leading with another arrest in the homegrown terror fight.
Yeah, another one of those cases. Good morning to you, Dan and Paula. Sarah, good morning, everyone. We begin with that homegrown terror bust. It's in Cleveland, where a Cleveland man is under arrest and facing federal terrorism-related charges. He's accused of using social media to pledge his support for ISIS and recruit people to join that group. Amir Al-Ghazi was arrested after allegedly trying to buy an AK-47 from undercover agents. The arrest comes just as the U.S. State Department released new figures showing that there was a surge in global terror attacks worldwide. It said more than 32,000 people were killed in 2014 in more than 12,000 terrorist attacks. That's 35% higher than the year before. And in Wisconsin, 4 people were rescued as the boat they were riding in began to sink in Lake Michigan. The 31-foot charter boat started taking on water Friday afternoon. The Coast Guard rushing to the scene in response to the captain's distress call. The boat did sink, but none of the passengers was injured. Officials will work on salvaging that vessel later today. And take a look at this video. 3 men working on a bridge in Pennsylvania when suddenly parts of that bridge collapse. Security cameras capturing the moment that 2 of the construction workers came crashing down. The bridge was undergoing repairs because of flood damage from last year. The workers are expected to survive. Good news. And in the UK, a high-flying save caught on camera watches a parachute fail to open mid-air during one of the stunts. His teammate of the parachute swoops in, grabbing his parachute mid-air and helping the other guy to safety. Thousands of passengers at the Red Devil show holding their breath collectively throughout the routine. Both men today are okay. And finally, Yankee slugger Alex Rodriguez reaching yet another milestone, but the ball is the one getting a lot of attention this morning. A-Rod belting a home run last night for the 3,000th hit of his career. And the fan who ended up with the ball, his name is Zach Hampel. He's back there somewhere. He's in right field. He's in the right place at the right time in right field. The Yankees were reportedly requested that Hampel give the ball so they give it back to A-Rod as a keepsake. But Hampel so far is refusing, taking to Twitter to show off his souvenir. He has a collection of 8,000 baseballs. He's even written a book about how to catch a ball at a game. Reportedly, this ball could be worth as much as $50,000 to a collector. So a lot of money.
You were there. Why didn't you catch it?
I was way up in right field where no ball can reach. Believe me.
If I recall, A-Rod has plenty of money. Why doesn't he give the guy 50 grand and get the ball back?
You know, that's a very good question. He has plenty of money. But
this guy is clearly a professional. It's what he does. So if he wants to keep the ball, he can keep the
ball. They were going to offer him, tickets and other memorabilia, but he's probably going to hold out for the money.
He should do pictures
Show me the money, he said.
And you could do all kinds of fun things. Come on.
Yeah.
40
Wait,
years
you're
ago.
blaming A-Rod?
Yeah, no, I think
this
A-Rod
guy,
should get the
handball.
ball.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, Sarah.
he hit it. Come on,
I'm on
he
your
did the hard
side.
work. 40 years ago, a film came out that literally changed everything. That movie was the shark thriller classic Jaws. Not only did it make us think twice about dipping our toes in the ocean, it also invented the concept of the summer blockbuster. ABC's Nick Watt has more.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Before Jaws ate $100 million at the box office, summer was considered a bad time to release a movie.
Jaws was one of the most notoriously troubled productions in movie history.
The mechanical shark didn't work that well. They had to limit his screen time.
You ever had a great white dude? No.
Dumb luck that director Steven Spielberg told Jaws the inside story actually made the movie better.
Is what we don't see, which is really, truly frightening. That invited the audience to come to the movie bringing their collective imaginations. And their imaginations helped me make that film a success.
I'm gonna get my raft and go back out in the water.
Jaws' second victim was played by local boy Jeff, then and now.
You still get checks anytime it's shown on TV anywhere. So I always laugh and say it pays to die because, you know, anytime I die on TV, I get a check.
Jaws pilgrims from all over the world are still visiting.
They come to see Amity, which is actually Edgartown. Hasn't changed much in 40 years. And they come to see the beach and that bridge, which is still known by locals as Jaws Bridge.
The legacy of Jaws is, you know, for better or worse, the movies got bigger and more spectacular.
40 years ago. Can you believe it?
Shark!
That music, the fear, never leaves you.
Oh, boys. I think he's come back for his noon feeding.
For Good Morning America, Nick Watt, ABC News, Martha's Vineyard.
Awesome movie.
Oh, two notes that are so powerful. Just like that. A little known fact about Rob Marciano, you actually were a tour guide in Martha's Vineyard, where it was
That was part of that bridge, was part of the tour. I've fished for squid off that bridge and jumped off that bridge.
How do you say it?
Martha's Vineyard.
There you go.
Go out, Joe. Take you around the island.
Well done.
That was impressive.
Guys, in a bit. Is it time for weather?
It is time for weather.
All right, perfect. We're not going to the Northeast. We go to Chicago. That's where the severe storms are going to threaten you. And right now, it's a little bit hazy. It's a little bit humid, and that's going to add a little fuel to the fire. Although I think the general complex of storms will weaken as it heads your way into Minnesota and through Wisconsin, and then later on, it'll get towards Des Moines and northern parts of Illinois. Some large hail with that. The other spot that we're worried about is parts of the Mid-Atlantic. Here's the system number one that brought severe weather to the northern plains and parts of Wyoming and Montana. There it is at 9 o'clock tonight. So that's when the storms will arrive in through Chicago, and then the front kind of pushes through. Two rounds of storms, I really should say. And this one, this is what's left of Bill. Here come your rains up the Ohio River. Some of these are going to be heavy at times. It gets into the D.C. area later on this afternoon, into the New York City area later on tonight. And by tomorrow afternoon, I think mostly just Boston. That's a quick check on your national outlook. Still hot across parts of the Southwest. Here's your local forecast.
And good morning, Washington forecaster Dave Zarin here. It is a warm and muggy morning out there, 77 downtown, 73 in Annapolis. And the Doppler radar, a few scattered showers out there. But the big story out in the Midwest, remnants of Tropical Storm Bill coming our way late tonight into tomorrow morning. A flash flood watch until tomorrow morning, 1 to 3 inches of rain possible. 87 today with that rain tonight, about 75 degrees. And then for tomorrow, for Father's Day, 92 with showers in the morning and sunshine by afternoon.
Today's going to be the best day on the Cape or to the islands. Get yourself out there, enjoy across the Northeast. You've probably had quahog chowder.
I've had quahog chowder.
What is it called?
Quahog chowder?
Quahog chowder. It's a variety of clam chowder.
This is the Boston New England accent.
But what was in there?
Quahog.
I don't know what he's saying.
It's a Carl hog?
Cow hog?
Quahog. I can't. Don't ask me how to spell it.
What is it?
It's a type of clam.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Can you say
fancy
clam
clam
chowder?
chowder.
All right.
Say clam chowder.
Rob, impressing us on many levels this morning. He's a chowder head. We appreciate it. Here's what's coming up on the show this morning. The frantic search right now in the mountains of New Mexico for the former White House chef who's gone missing. Where is Walter Scheib?
Plus the potential dangers of those backyard fire pits, how to keep your family safe.
And need a caring friend? The so-called robot with a heart goes on sale today. Up ahead in Pop News. No, it's not Ron Claiborne. Is it you?
Does that indicate you need
Good Morning America is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. See car insurance in a whole new